How does a guy with no intention of running a school system become the next superintendent of Knox County schools?
It's a fair question, right? As Sam Luther shows us, it actually turned out to make perfect sense for John Rysewyk, who is set to take over as the system's new leader.
It's a familiar view for John Rysewyk, the site of the Fulton High School hallways. It's where he spent 4 years as the assistant principal and another 4 as principal. But his story first began at Claiborne High School, where he graduated.
Most of my time was spent playing basketball and playing sports 24/7.
Now, he and his wife own a CrossFit gym in Fountain City. His oldest daughter goes to UT, and his youngest, a sophomore at Central High School. Originally born in North Carolina, Rysewyk lived the Army brat lifestyle, always moving around.
We want a hometown, and Knoxville's been that for us, and been able to raise our girls here, and have no intention of leaving. We own a 17-acre farm with 4 horses, and it's just where we want to be. So we love it here.
In high school, Rysewyk thought he'd be an attorney or maybe go to med school to pursue a passion for science that ultimately led him to teaching biology in the classroom, first as an intern at Bearden, then Oliver Springs and Carnes. That's when he realized he could relate to educators as their leader.
We were all pooling our extra money together to buy a projector so that we could project something.
As a UT graduate with more than 2 decades experience in Knox County schools, Rysewyk is set to take over as superintendent at the start of the next school year. For the last 5 years serving as the assistant superintendent, he's had a close look at COVID in schools.
I do think that would be nice if COVID, we could get in our rearview mirror, but at the same time, I understand there'll be another challenge that comes up at some point.
He says it's too early in the process to talk policies for the next school year. For now, he's doing what he loves, both at work and at home.
Using a chainsaw, cutting up trees, splitting wood, like those things I love doing.
Realizing the responsibility that lies ahead as Bob Thomas plans to retire at the end of the school year.
I know how big a job this is, and so I didn't take that lightly in weighing that and putting my application in.
In Knox County, Sam Luther, WVLT News.
We asked him if he'd do anything different than the current superintendent, and again, he said too early to tell. The next step, the district has to draw up a contract for him. That should happen over the next couple of months.